I don't know. Hey, y'all, this mom right here, she was in the wrong. And police went through her phone. They just found something that they just couldn't take their eyes off of. And she got arrested.
No, my phone is funny now.
Children don't just die.
No.
Whatever happened here is wrong. Sad.
Whether it was an overdose, whether she suffocated, if she was shaken to death, strangled, whatever happened to her, we're gonna find out.
I did not hurt my daughter, and you're not gonna sit here and tell me I did.
When a 2-year-old girl is found unresponsive, investigators must determine whether she suffered a heartbreaking accident or something far worse. But the horrifying truth emerges in text messages shared between a killer and the man accused of encouraging her to do the unthinkable. The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the early afternoon of November 7th, 2024, dispatchers in Sturgis Township, Michigan receive a phone call from a mother in distress.
Central County 911, where is your emergency?
Hello, my daughter's not breathing.
Okay, we're getting everybody headed that way. Just stay on the phone with me, okay? How old is your daughter?
Ma'am, she's 2 years old.
Okay, are you right by her now?
I am.
Okay, listen carefully. I need you to lay her flat on her back on the ground and remove anything from underneath of her head and kneel next to her and look in the mouth for any food or vomit, okay?
Okay.
Is there anything in the mouth?
No.
Okay, now place your hand on her forehead and your other hand under her neck, and I need you to carefully tilt her head back, okay?
Octavia, wake up.
Okay, just stay with me, okay? There's a deputy that's right there. He knows how to do CPR and he can help too, but I need you to start, but we need to do this for me, okay? So can you tilt her head back and then put your ear next to her mouth?
Okay.
Okay, can you feel or hear any breathing at all?
No.
Okay, so 2 breaths for me.
Okay.
Did you feel the air going in and out?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, okay.
There's an officer here now.
A deputy with the
Yeah,
St. Joseph
sleeping on
Sheriff's
the
Office
bathroom
races
sink.
into the home and finds 2-year-old Octavia Pearl Boney lying on the living room couch. He performs CPR until paramedics arrive.
They're still working, but I had AEDs, no shock. Like when I originally touched her, she felt warm. I mean, she was turning blue in lots of places though, and I started doing CPR. And then when I picked her up off the couch, put her on the ground, I noticed her foot, like her lower leg was cold, and she was starting to get like rigor mortis in her arm.
The toddler's mother, 21-year-old Paige Nicole Boney, waits outside as paramedics work relentlessly to save her daughter's life.
I'm not no ignorant person. Yes, I am. But if you put a cat in a bathroom and got them sleeping on a bathroom counter, it's already something wrong with you. And I can just, it's something off about that.
Nearly 45 minutes pass as family and neighbors watch in stunned silence.
1337, Doc. Okay, 1337.
Despite their best efforts, 2-year-old Octavia is deceased. A deputy stands nearby as a paramedic delivers the heartbreaking news to the toddler's mother, Paige.
We did push medication that could help. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like it helped, and the doctor did give me a time of death for about 1337, so this one was 136. We did everything today, Paige, okay, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
In the wake of this shocking tragedy, the child's grandmother searches for answers.
What caused her to not breathe or whatever?
Unfortunately,
We won't know that.
I'm here to not see that, to figure that out, unfortunately, since we did find her pulseless and apneic, as we call it, not breathing. So unfortunately, I can't give you a answer on why.
Will there be an autopsy or something to reveal?
That'll be up for the medical examiner to further compound upon once they get here.
No, you cannot.
While Paige's request is understandable, the deputy's firm refusal may stem from what he learned when he first arrived at the scene.
Uncle saying, hour and a half, 2 hours ago, Mom was slapping the out of her because she wasn't listening. So, I mean, it's going to be potential homicide.
But investigators are still a long way from understanding what caused young Octavia's death, and the truth is far worse than they could have ever imagined. While crime scene technicians move in to examine the home, Paige and her Uncle Chris are brought in for an interview with detectives. They are each Mirandized
You're
and
not
both
lying
agree
on
to
you.
questioning. Chris explains that Paige, Fred, and 2-year-old Octavia just recently moved in after they were kicked out of her parents' house.
Who's Fred?
That is Paige's boyfriend.
According to Chris, all three have been staying in the living room. Paige and her boyfriend, 31-year-old Frederick Lee Nelson, sleep on an air mattress, while Octavia sleeps on the small couch where she was found unresponsive. Chris lays out the morning's timeline, stating he dropped Fred off at work around 5:30 a.m.
And then went home, laid down for a couple hours, and then got up and got the school, the girls on the bus. After that, I went back home, went to bed, and heard some, commotion out in the living room and Paige spanking her butt.
At any point in the morning, did you give a spanking?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did you yell at her?
Maybe raise my voice a little bit to get her to chill out, because, yeah.
What was the first thing that you heard?
Well, she just told Paige saying not to say no, and I heard her pop on the butt.
Okay. What did it sound like?
Just
This morning she was telling me no and stuff, but, like, she always does that.
Yeah. What was she saying no to?
I told her to go back to sleep, or was trying to get her back to sleep because it was still so early. She was saying no, she didn't want to go back to sleep.
Right. Okay. So how many times did you hear
her spank? Oh, just once.
Just one spank?
Yep.
But you heard crying for an hour after that?
Oh, no. The crying was about 10 minutes, maybe.
10 minutes? Okay.
And after that, it was quiet for about an hour.
Though Paige denies spanking Octavia, it's difficult to see how that alone could have led to the child's death. According to Chris, after this incident, he received a call from his 9-year-old daughter's school, and he had to leave to pick her up. Octavia appeared to be asleep on the couch when he left and returned with his daughter, but didn't check on her as he made his way back to his bedroom.
I was in there for probably 20 minutes. Come knocked on the door, and that's what I was thinking. Something's up with the baby, because usually you hear her.
Mm-hmm.
She's up, and there was nothing. So walked out and checked her.
The 9-year-old was the first to notice that something seemed off with Octavia.
She was just laying down, and then when my dad lifted up the blanket, she wasn't moving up either.
So you were inside when all this happened then?
Yeah, I like put my hand on her nose, nothing was coming out.
Yeah.
So I started shaking.
Okay.
Then she almost had a seizure, but I was breathtaking.
And she was standing right beside me when I was like, I seen her, cheek didn't look right, the color didn't look right. When I went to lean her over, yeah.
And what position was you in when you
She
first
was
saw her?
looked like her belly and her hands here and her face like this.
Okay. And what about the blanket?
The blanket was over her head.
Was over her head?
Like this way.
Okay.
Paige tells detectives she was in the bathroom when Chris began calling out for her.
He hollered my name, and then my cousin came back. She knocked on the door. I was using the toilet, so I hurried up and got off the toilet and ran out there to see what was the matter.
Mm-hmm. And what was the matter?
She wasn't breathing. She's always a happy, smiley baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I just freaked out.
What happened?
Me, I just walked out the door.
Okay. Because why?
Because there's a dead baby on the couch. Yeah.
Okay.
In an effort to rule out accidental causes, investigators consider the possibility that 2-year-old Octavia may have ingested something dangerous.
With Paige and Fred,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, no. It's the mother. It's something wrong with her, and she is kind of weird. And I don't know what she got out of this. I don't know if it was money involved. I don't know what it was. I don't know if the Frederick dude didn't like that she had a smaller child and it was making it too hard for him to be around. I don't know if she wanted to appeal to him to make it, you know how they be like, I want a man, and they do anything to want a man. But that cat being in that bathroom on the sink, no. That threw me off, and that's going to continue to throw me off.
any suspicions that there
Like,
might
who
be
puts
any
that
type
cat in the
of, like,
bathroom?
illegal
On top of the
narcotic
sink.
use, any meth use, any type of pills,
Marijuana.
To eat
marijuana?
and sleep. No.
Do they do like loose leaf marijuana?
Yeah, like the flower of the bud.
Okay.
Any medications in the house?
No.
Nothing?
She takes takes melatonin to help her sleep, but she only gets 2 at night.
Okay.
Melatonin is a naturally occurring hormone that helps regulate the body's sleep-wake cycle and is sold over the counter in products formulated for children. However, the Sleep Foundation notes that melatonin supplements are not recommended for children under 5 years of age.
It usually works for her pretty good?
Yeah, because she likes to fight her sleep, so.
Does she?
Yeah, all the time.
Has that been something that she's always done, or is that just
Yeah.
because of the terrible twos?
That's always been a her thing.
Yeah. Tell me, what kind of child was she?
Always smiling.
Yeah.
How often do you hear Paige disciplining Octavia?
A few times a day, probably.
Okay. What is it typically for?
Usually telling her no or mouthing or being a kid. They do that at that, what, she 2?
So how does Paige handle having to try and keep her in line when she's acting up?
She loses her cool sometimes, but she just walks off. I mean, I've never seen nothing alarming.
So what do you think happened?
I wonder if, because she likes to lay on her stomach, I know that. I wonder if she, like, had her face down on a blanket or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of.
If Paige is implying the toddler accidentally suffocated, the detective's next question points to a flaw in her logic.
How many times has she slept on that couch?
Several times.
Several times? Because you guys have been there for a week and a half?
Yeah, about a week and a half.
And this is the only place that she's ever slept?
Yeah.
Okay. And she typically sleeps in that same way?
Every night, that's how she always slept.
Yeah.
Given that Octavia has slept safely on the same couch multiple times before, it seems unlikely she suddenly suffocated on it this morning. It's clear there's far more to the story than they're being led to believe. As the toddler's body is removed from the crime scene, her grandparents make a heartfelt plea.
Can I kiss the gurney?
Sorry.
Sleep, right?
I guess she's going to go for an autopsy. Once she's done with that, she'll be released back to Florence for you guys.
Love you, baby girl.
No, it's not bullshit that I can't see her. It's bullshit, period.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with that child. Absolutely nothing.
While investigators have yet to determine exactly what happened to Octavia, or who may be to blame, the child's grandfather shares deep concerns about Paige and her boyfriend.
She was living in Battle Creek with a Fred Nelson feller.
Oh, they're looking.
Which hits our ass.
They're looking for him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, they're looking for him. He's at.
Yeah, well, they better find him before.
That's her boyfriend, right?
His day.
Yeah.
Well, last night, supposedly, he picked her up and beat the shit out of her.
Right, good.
Came from one
Fred.
source, more than one source.
Picked her up and beat the shit out of her. I tell you right now, neither one of them good to her. My daughter or Fred. I won't cover for my daughter. She shouldn't have had a child. I love my daughter to death, so you know what? I'm very, very disappointed in her and her life choices.
The toddler's grandparents weren't the only ones to express their concerns about Paige and Fred's parenting. Investigators learned after speaking with Octavia's Aunt Tabitha that Fred is not her biological father.
My husband, we're divorced now. His stepbrother is dad.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Once your dad say that about you, that says everything I need to know about you. Obviously, they know she did it because the police are already acting a certain way. They trying to preserve the body as much as possible because they know for a fact that she did it, but they don't know who is all connected inside of it.
And what's his name?
Thaddeus, he's never been out of life.
Okay.
We've had Octavius, and she's been 2-3 months old on and off. Tried multiple times. We tried multiple times getting Paige to give her over to us. She never would. She's lived with us 90% of the time her whole life.
It has?
Yeah.
Okay. Why was that?
Because Paige doesn't take care of her.
Okay.
Paige doesn't take care of her other kid either. She doesn't have her other kid either.
Okay.
We've raised our grandson because my daughter didn't want to.
Yeah.
Which we just should have kept her to. I shouldn't say that.
Not a little vaguely, but
So full of spirit.
Perfectly healthy and smart.
Whatever happened here is wrong. Flat.
So would you consider Paige a good mom?
No.
Okay.
Like, I just talked to the mom, Paige's mom today before I left. She says, I'm sorry, I love my daughter to death, but she's not a mom. That's why we have, which is her other son, Paige's son.
What would you tell someone who said that would say that you're a terrible mother?
Oh my God,
Why is that?
because it's none of their business. I take care of my kids how they're supposed to be taken care of. You just worry about their own parenting.
When Chris was asked about Paige's parenting, he gave the detective an interesting response.
What type of a parent would you consider her to be?
She likes her phone. She likes to sit on her phone.
Did you pay attention to your daughter at all?
Yes, I pay attention to her.
You do?
Every time we would get Octavia, she'd have blistering diaper rashes, like bleeding diaper rashes. Doesn't have shoes, doesn't have pants. She's small, she's tiny for being 2 years old. She acts like when she comes to us, she acts like she's not, like, doesn't eat right. Because when she eats, like, for us, she eats, she doesn't ever stop eating. So we have to, like, cut her off eventually, because if not, she just won't ever stop eating. She would get cold sores on her lip, like cold sores, and obviously I've had 5 kids, I've never seen my kids have sores like that on your lips.
While these concerns paint a deeply disturbing picture, they do little to explain what happened to Octavia. As Paige's interview continues, the detective pushes her to be honest, turning her own words against her.
Kids just don't die,
Obviously.
right? And you've said yourself that she slept on that couch for a week and a half in the same position. Didn't die. So what is different now? What happened?
I don't know. That's what we're all trying to figure out.
Right. And we need people to be honest about it. Because when we find out what happened to her, when she has an autopsy tomorrow morning, and we find whatever the pathologist is going to find, and you're going to tell us that nothing happened, it's going to be a different story.
I'm not saying anything didn't happen. I'm saying we're trying to figure out what happened to her.
So what did happen?
But given the chance to revise her story, Paige simply repeats that Octavia was lying on her stomach and must have tucked her head into her blanket.
So do you think she suffocated?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Did you suffocate her?
No.
I have to ask.
I wouldn't do that to my kid.
That don't look believable.
I love that little girl.
Then why would you hurt her?
I didn't hurt her.
Someone hurt her.
I did not hurt my daughter, and you're not going to sit here and tell me I did. This is dumb. Like, why would I lie?
No, it's not dumb. It's very suspicious.
Why is it dumb?
What happened to your daughter? What happened to her? Children don't just die.
No.
Right, so tell me what happened.
With no answers from Paige, the detective presents a theory of his own.
Did you get...
Oh, if for the people who don't pay attention, y'all don't understand that the detectives already know, and I'm finna tell y'all how they know. So when they said that you killed your daughter, anybody who get accused of that, you're gonna go batshit. You're gonna be in denial, like, no. You're gonna try so hard and get so mad and offended by them that you, like, come on. Anybody who ever got accused of that,
a little bit too much melatonin
in any other situation.
She only gets 2 every night.
If she woke up today and you wanted her to go back to sleep,
I didn't give her any.
and she wouldn't, she said no.
I didn't give her any melatonin today.
Because part of the autopsy is toxicology, right? And they're gonna find out what's in her stomach, and I mean they're gonna find out what happened.
I know.
Okay, whether it was an overdose, whether she suffocated, if she was shaken to death, strangled, whatever happened to her, we're gonna find out.
Meanwhile, Octavia's Aunt Tabitha shares her own theory.
Someone either hurt her or she got into drugs.
Does Paige use drugs?
I know she, like, smokes weed. Other than that, I don't know. The most happiest, like, obviously being taken care of by the people she lives with, she was the happiest little girl, and she always smiled, always happy, no matter what, but I don't understand why somebody could do this.
Paige's family shared similar sentiments.
I mean, I wish you could have seen us smile.
Right.
Because that's the first thing I thought of as soon as they told me.
Yeah.
That smile lit up every room she went to. And she was never an unhappy baby.
Right.
No, and she ate so much food.
That's all she was doing was eat. I mean, she was the happiest thing in the world.
They give it a lot more people that should have went instead of that baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
But exactly what happened to her is still up to Paige to explain, and what she admits next is downright chilling.
I did hold her down for a minute just so she would stay still. But it wasn't for very long. I just wanted her to go to sleep.
As horrifying as this admission may be, it offers only a glimpse of the nightmare investigators would later piece together about Octavia's final moments.
So are you really ready to tell me what, like, the real story now?
Yeah.
Okay. Like from the beginning?
I mean, she woke up and laid there and watched her TV for a little bit, and then when she started crying, I just made her lay down and held her there for a second, and I thought it would be fine. I held her like right here and like right here.
Okay.
Just so she would lay down and stop moving so she would go to sleep.
So if, obviously this is not her size, but if this was her back and her head is here, show me what you're talking about.
Her head here?
Yeah.
Okay, so like right like this.
Okay. So you were just basically like, this is her neck and her upper back?
Yeah, just like holding her
You're
down.
just holding her down?
So she would go to sleep.
Okay. And then...
Because she likes to kick around and stuff when she's going to sleep, and I don't want her to kick herself off the damn couch.
Sure. Okay. And do you think that it was about a minute that you held her like that?
Yeah, not even that.
Okay. And what was happening at that time that you were doing that to her?
She was just still crying like she always does.
And then at what point did she stop crying?
It was like not long before I let go. Maybe like 5-10 seconds.
Did you try to wake her up?
No, because I thought she was just sleeping.
The detective takes a break, stepping out to contact the technicians that are still collecting evidence at the crime scene. What they tell him adds a chilling new layer to Paige's story.
There's more that happened than what you told me. Okay? Because I just got off the phone with some of my evidence technicians at the house. And they told me about some things that I'm very concerned about. Things that you forgot maybe to tell me about, maybe that happened to you.
What do you mean?
Like, did you throw her?
No, I would never throw her.
Did you push her?
No, I didn't push her.
All right, well, there's something that happened to her that caused a dent in drywall that has her hair in it.
What?
Yeah.
Photographs reveal the hole found in the living room wall, partially obscured by a vacuum cleaner, which was the same approximate height as 2-year-old Octavia. According to police records, a white substance was also found in the toddler's hair, which could have been drywall.
What do you mean drywall?
Like whatever this wall is made of, whatever the wall that you have in that trailer, there's a dent.
So it's a dent in. Some people just don't need kids, and it straight takes so long for us to see this, and it takes so much to happen. Like, I bet you her other kids gave signs years ago.
From a child's head with her hair still in the dent. Her face is bruised.
I didn't hit her on the wall.
Then tell me what happened.
I did tell you.
But how do you explain that?
I did not hit her face on a wall.
Did she hit it herself?
She could have. She had fallen off the couch that morning. Like I said, she's always rolling off.
So she did fall off the couch that morning?
Yeah, she fell off the couch.
Okay.
Falling from the couch, however, wouldn't explain the 3-foot-tall crack in the living room wall. Despite the mounting evidence, Paige refuses to explain what happened, leaving the detective with no choice but to wait for the toddler's autopsy.
I'm going to tell you right now that you're under arrest for the murder of your daughter.
I didn't murder her.
Okay, well, it's manslaughter. Okay, so she died because of what happened. Okay. So go ahead and stand up.
Can I call somebody?
As soon as you get back to the jail, they'll give you all that stuff.
Investigators seize Paige's phone and contact her boyfriend Fred for the passcode. He agrees to try to get it from Paige, and the two speak in a recorded jail call. According to police records, Fred asked her during this call if she deleted the messages between them, mentioning one particular message that might not look good. She shares her passcode during the call, which investigators use to unlock her phone. What they find is unspeakable. 9 months later, on August 15, 2025, Page is re-interviewed under a proffer agreement, which allows a suspect to provide information to investigators with limited protections, often in hopes of leniency or a plea deal. During this interview, the detective confronts Page with the discoveries.
At 8:59, Fred asks you, WYD, right? What you doing? You said, trying to sleep, but I can't because of her. Then you say, I'm gonna f her up. I'm pissed, bro. I'm gonna hurt her. And then you say, I'm done with this. Fred responds, do it, beat her. You say, I did. Okay? And even prior to that, there's a recording that you made of her crying.
The recording, which she sent to Fred at 6:17 a.m. on the morning of Octavia's death, is beyond heartbreaking.
Honestly, when he told me to do that, our relationship was kind of rocky. He would threaten to hit me upside the head with alcohol bottles and all sorts of stuff. So I just lied and said I did, otherwise it would, yeah.
So I want to stop for a second. Jordan, your client understands that if she's not truthful in her testimony, then this deal is completely gone and there's the potential for trial and a conviction of more serious charges. Do you need a few minutes to talk to her about...
If I could, yeah.
When the interview resumes, the detective continues reading the text messages aloud.
So at 6:02 in the morning, on November 7th of 24, he texts, she sleep? And you say, no, she keeps on trying to get out. When I tell her to go to sleep, she just cries. He says, stupid, is the cover still over her? Yeah, and this is you. Yeah, she keeps taking it off too every time I put it back over her. Dumb. She cries loud as a right? Fred says, put something in her mouth. You say, okay. Did you put anything in her mouth?
No.
Okay. And then he says, and put the cover in the couch tight.
I didn't do that either.
Okay. So this, I mean, we're just starting out with this conversation, but this is happening starting at 6:02 in the morning. So shortly after you said he left for work, this is the conversation that you're having. These type of messages, is that something that would be typical between the two of you?
For him.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
Like, he was just aggressive toward both of us.
The detective ignores Page's claim, not allowing her any control over the interview. Instead, he focuses on one particularly concerning message.
So after he says, and put the cover in the couch tight, he says, and give her 2 of them things so she can be out soon. And then you say, I did, and okay. What was it that he was telling you to give to her?
He was talking about melatonin, but I lied and said I did, because if I didn't, he would freak out.
Okay. He says, let me know. I love you. Get some rest. And then you respond, can't because won't shut up.
According to Octavia's autopsy report, the 2-year-old had a high level of melatonin in her system. But as Paige continued texting Fred, sending TikTok videos she found while scrolling, she kept returning to the same frustration. The toddler would not fall asleep.
And then you say, this is her right now, by the way. And this is where you have that recording of crying. Okay? And just to clarify, when you say this is her, who are you talking about? You're talking about. And then he says, man, beat her, bae, that stupid as. Put her face in the couch or wrap her up in that big cover. So I put something in her mouth, FR. And then he says, if I was there, I'd be her up, FR.
Detectives would later question Fred about these text messages. According to a summary of his interview, Fred wrote off the messages, claiming it was, quote, all a figure of speech, and explained that what he was actually encouraging Paige to do was swaddle Octavia in the blanket like a newborn baby. His messages to Paige were deleted from his phone, which he told investigators was not intentional.
I ain't dealing with no one. I got enough going on in my head. I wish someone would give me a reason to let my anger out. You remember saying that?
No.
Yeah.
According to police records, bloodstains were found on multiple pillows, as well as both couches in the living room. In one text message, Paige wrote, "She keeps making her nose bleed because she want to keep moving around shoving her face in the couch. She's obviously retarded."
This goes on for hours. This conversation you have with Fred back and forth. With me reading this to you, is it starting to spark a little bit of your memory?
No.
Okay.
Though she doesn't seem to remember, the detective reads one message aloud that no one in the room is likely to forget.
I'm gonna fuck her up. I'm piss bro. I'm gonna hurt her. I'm done with it. He says, "Do it, beat her." And then you say, "I did."
I didn't.
But Octavia's autopsy tells a different story. According to the medical examiner's report, the toddler had bruising and marks on the right side of her face and ear. There were also marks on her neck consistent with force being applied to it. The 2-year-old's cause of death was officially ruled to be mechanical asphyxiation and smothering. Paige's dark brown hair was found clutched tightly in the young girl's hand. Still, Paige refuses to admit what she's done, forcing the detective to end the interview. 2 months later, she returns to read a written statement that promises to shed more light on the morning of Octavia's murder, but it opens with a revelation about her now ex-boyfriend, Fred.
There was a time in our apartment, this message with me, and we were having intercourse, and I asked him to stop, and he wouldn't, and he told me to shut the up and stop moving and just continued on. We got in an argument one night. He woke me up because of it. I got her back to sleep, but he was shaking me around in the bathroom trying to get my phone and my vape because he was drunk, and I don't know what he thought, accusing me of cheating, which I was not. My mom told me there was bruising on my face at the funeral, and my memory must have blocked it out because I remember him hitting her in the mouth that morning, and I asked him to stop, but he wouldn't listen.
How was he hitting her?
In the mouth.
Open hand, closed hand?
Open.
Open hand. Did you see him do that?
Yeah, and I asked him to stop, but he wouldn't listen.
During his interview, Fred denied striking the child in the mouth before leaving for work that morning, or at any other point in time.
Who else was around to see that?
Just me.
And you don't know why all of a sudden you want to bring that up?
I didn't remember until just recently.
The detective doesn't justify this with a response of any kind.
He's aggressive and emotionally and mentally abusive. He threatened to hit me with alcohol bottles, and I'm scared of him.
Was that it? Okay.
And I did not do anything in the text that he said that morning. I just lied because of, I know how he is and his aggression, and I didn't want to deal with that anymore. And when we were living in Battle Creek, I ended up pregnant by him. I had an abortion because I didn't want to put a kid through any of that.
Okay. So you were scared of him, and that's why when he was telling you to do certain things through text messages, you responded that you did do those things, but you really didn't.
No.
And you told him that because you were scared of what he might do to you. Okay.
The detective reminds Paige that she already admitted to holding her daughter down by the neck in her first interview.
I didn't do what I said in my statement that night. I don't know why I said that. I was not in a right state of mind at all.
But Paige, what you told me you did happened, because that's how he died. That's how it was proven in the autopsy. Okay, so we know that happened. We don't get to dance around that anymore. If you can come here today and you say, "Oh, you remember that Fred did this or told you that," but you can't remember what you did, yeah.
Because I didn't.
I've got no other questions.
You don't believe me, that's all right, because God knows.
According to court documents, in July of 2025, Paige Nicole Boney accepted a plea deal, pleading no contest to first-degree child abuse and assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation or suffocation. 2 additional charges, including homicide, open murder, and conspiracy to commit child abuse in the first degree, were each dismissed as part of the plea deal. She was sentenced to 18 years and 9 months to 45 years in prison, along with a second sentence of 4 years and 9 months to 10 years to be served concurrently. Frederick Lee Nelson was later arrested and charged with 1 count of homicide felony murder by aiding, assisting, or abetting, 1 count of tampering with evidence, and 1 count of assault by strangulation by aiding, assisting, or abetting, as well as a 3rd offense habitual offender enhancement. His case is currently set to go to trial in April of 2026.
And yep, I was so finna say he needs to go to jail. But it was one of these pictures when they first went in and the cat was on the sink. That when I immediately had red flags about her. Because who does that? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, which picture was it? I need to find this, man. My bad. I have
back
to find
on the ground and remove anything from underneath of her head and kneel next to her and look in the mouth for any food or vomit, okay?
The house.
Okay.
She got.
Is there anything in the mouth?
Please let me find this.
No.
Okay, now place your hand on her forehead and your other hand on her neck, and I need you to carefully tilt her
I
head
should
back,
remember
okay?
exactly where I was.
Olivia, wake up.
Okay, just stay with me, okay? There's a deputy that's right there. He knows how to do CPR and he can help too, but I need you to start, we need to do this for me, okay? So can you tilt her head back and then put your ear next to her mouth?
Like, these is all the pictures from our house.
Okay, can you feel or hear any breathing at all?
No.
Okay, so 2 breaths for me.
Oh, wait, this where I was like, dude, like, it's not normal to me. Whenever you got they're like a trap bathroom. How are you having kids living in this environment? I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. But if you have cats and all that, like, and you got kids, you know how nasty kids are already. For one, you know how nasty kids are. For 2, look how nasty this is. How nasty are you? It looked like you locked the cat in the bathroom and put his food up there and make him lay on the counter all day. That's why I immediately got red flags from. Because the cat is not chilling there because it wants to. The cat's chilling there because it has to. That's where it used to chilling at. Like, oh, well, this the only spot where she locks me in a room. Because she probably be saying I'm annoying. Like, are y'all not saying this is the point where I looked at it like she did it? Then when your dad say that you not right, and he keeps saying that, I'm gonna tell y'all this: dads know all. A dad, if your dad saying lock up, like he ain't say that, but he looking and basically giving off them indications like, see the reason why this happened, then you better believe that she's the reason why that happened. But this was a mom that got caught. She thought she was gonna get away with it. Her boyfriend lame. Like, he is just so not nothing of a person. Both of them are nothing of people. Do it. He over here encouraging. Like, nah, don't get a baby a bath. Don't feed the baby. Don't do none of that. The stuff that actually works. Let's sit right here and be mad. Let's lay down and scroll TikTok and be dirty and stanky with nothing to do. I didn't hear them say she had a job. She ain't had no job. Nah. I ain't heard nothing about no job this whole time. Did you? Exactly. What is it like? I don't care. I don't care. If you gonna sit right here and have kids and you, like, obviously you doing something decent enough. Wait, my bad. You have a dad. You have a mom and a dad who will come through and help you do whatever in life. Because y'all got to remember, the grandparents pulled up, which means that if she ever needed any money on the bills, they got her. So, yeah. And let's not, she probably get money every month from something, like, who knows. But yeah, this is the turning point for me. Like, look how nasty the water is. Like, the cat water bowl, the water inside the bowl not clean. The water in the bowl is not clean. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button, man. It's people like this is just they make the world just stop spinning. You know, hit that like the subscribe button, y'all.